Hey guys, what is up? I'm your host John, and this is Pokémon Later. So guys, in this video, we're gonna explore a game called Monster Park. Now, Monster Park is a version of Pokemon, which is a version of Pokemon X and Y, but it's not an official Pokemon game, and it's for mobile. Okay, so it's available for Android and iOS. Okay, so without further ado, let's start playing Monster Park. So there you go, guys, this is Monster Park, and I leave a link down below for iOS, for the iOS version for iPhone, iPad and iOS devices. Now for Android maybe later, but for now that's only for iOS. For Android you can search Google for it, it's very easy. Okay, well, this game, as I told you, it's an online game, and it's a server-based game. So you need to connect to a server. Now, as soon as you start the game, you will need to create an account or log in with Facebook, if you have a Facebook account. As soon as you did that, just select the server and change your server to the Mischievous server. It's S104, because if you do connect to another server, your save game will be stuck on the other server, and you won't be able to play with me or any of the fans that we're checking on YouTube. You know, so yeah. If you go to a Mischievous server, you won't be able to play with your friend, which is on another server. So you should be on the same one. Okay. Anyways, let's start. Okay. So the game music is quite peaceful and not that good. Okay, anyways. So there's a bunch of events and paid events going on every day, so you will really be happy to get this. Anyways, so that's me, that's the game. At first look, it looks like the Pokemon X and Y concept, really, pretty much the same concept as Pokemon X and Y. Because if you take a look at the characters' clothes, these are the default clothes. They look the same as the Kalos region cloth, and there's the girl version. If you take a look, yeah, and it looks the same as Serena. So if you take a look here, Serena from Kalos region. So it's pretty obvious that it's the same as Pokemon X and Y. Now, the good thing about this game is that you can interact with other players, play online. There's leaderboards. There's a lot of stuff like this. Yeah, so let me go through everything in the game. It might be a long video. Anyways, so the game, it's a map based game. So you see there's a map. You start down there in the Kanto region, in Pallet Town, and this is only a Kanto region game, so you won't be going through every region. But there is like 500 Pokemon, so the Pokemon are not the Kanto exclusive Pokemon. You have like Hoenn, as you saw my Chinese Sceptile. I'm gonna go through that later. And yeah, there is also a lot of legendaries, including Palkia, Giratina, even Arceus, Mewtwo, the legendary birds, even Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, all of these. Now, well, when you create your game and you start, you will start by having to complete a mission tutorial. Okay, yeah. So they will let you learn how to catch Pokemon. So if you go to the first location where you start at Pallet Town. Okay, you will talk with Professor Oak, and you will get your starter Pokemon and all of these. Well, yeah. There you go. So this is Pallet Town, and now if you exit Pallet Town, and by the way, this is Pokemon Center. So how you heal your Pokemon is pretty simple. Just go into the Pokemon Center, you give your Pokeballs to Nurse Joy, and you heal your Pokemon. Now, let's say you want to start catching Pokemon. You go to any route, or anywhere where there's grass, and you just pop into the grass, and you'll go into a fight with the Pokemon. How to catch the Pokemon? It's like the same concept of any game. You basically just attack the Pokemon until it's very weak. Do not really kill the Pokemon, because if you kill it, you will lose your Pokemon. Just do as much damage as you can just before killing it. Now, I won't be able to do that because my Pokemon are really strong compared to this level 5 Pidgey. Yeah, as soon as it's weak, you go into the bag Pokeballs, and you must have some ultra great end Pokeballs, because this is really easy to get Pokeballs in the game. You just throw your Pokeballs at him and you catch it. And by the way, talking about Pokeballs, there's a lot of Pokeballs here, or maybe all of them. Let's just leave. Okay, that's how you get your Pokemon, how to get Pokeballs and all of the stuff. You will see that in the game tutorial. Okay. Now, if you go to Pokemon, let's go back to Pallet Town. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So there you go. If you click on Pokemon down there, you have all your current Pokemon team. You can choose any Pokemon you like, and up in the corner there you see this follow here up there. You click on follow and the Pokemon will follow you. That's if you want to choose a Pokemon that follows you. Now let me talk about this section. You have first section type, which gives you the type and information about your current Pokemon. Moves, the moves that your Pokemon learned. If you click on own moves, you can see all the moves that your Pokemon can learn or already learned before. And if you want to get an old move back, you click on recall and you make it learn values. This is just some stats, some diagrams. Break. Now, breaking. This is very important, because if you take a look at my Pokemon on the left, you can see that every Pokemon background has a different color. So, for example, Charizard, Entei, and Gyarados are purple. Shiny Sceptile and Suicune and Smagius are blue. This is the quality. So the purple quality, I think, is the strongest one. You might have an orange quality. That's for legendary players. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Now, it starts with a blank or a white quality. Let me show you some weak Pokemon. For example, if you take a look at Leron here, it's blank. Yeah. Then it comes out to green, like you see here, the Snorlax. Then you start with blue, then purple. But it's not that easy to do it. So, for example, if you see shiny Sceptile is shiny +1 is in the break quality is blue +1, but Suicune is blue +2. So you have to go through 2 steps, so blue +1, then blue +2 to be able to go to the purple quality. And there's purple +1 and purple +2 too. Okay, there's it's really you see, for example, Charizard, and it doesn't go orange after the purple. It just goes +1, +2, then the next color. Okay, yeah, that's for break. Now evolve. Now, whenever a Pokemon still has an evolution, this will require stones, evolution stones. That's the only way to evolve your Pokemon. You cannot evolve them by leveling up in the game. That's the only difference. You just need to collect stones and evolve them. For example, Charizard, you will need to evolve to get 6 Fire Stones from Charmeleon to Charizard to make the evolution happen, or 3 Fire Stones from Charmander to Charmeleon. That's for example. Some Pokemon require two type of stones. For example, 3 Ghost Stones and 3 Dark Stones. For example, for Sableye because he's a Dark and Ghost type, and so on. How to get stones? Let me show you. If you click on challenge, and if you have completed some stuff in the game, you will unlock Elite 4. If you enter Elite 4, you can see
you have the Elite Four players. If you defeat any of them, you will get a blue chest. Unlocking the blue chest will give you the ability to choose any of the stones, which is fire, and all of the types are really available. But for example, Lorelei will give you the firestone. For example, Dragonlance will give you, for example, I don't know, Ghost Stone, and Ghost Agatha will give you, let's say, the Rock Stone, and so on. You will need to defeat them to see which stones they give actually. Now, if you have noticed, fighting Bruno and Dragonlance are really blank or not available for now because they will open on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Now, on Sundays, all of them will be available. That's just news. Uh, that was really some explanation. Uh, let's continue. We have also strengths. Now, strengths is the most important thing in the game because it will rank up your Pokemon. For example, Shiny Sceptile is rank 1. Yeah, it's 1 star. Charizard is rank 2 with 2 stars. Yeah, that will require those stuff. Pinballs. There's grass pinball, there is flying pinball, there is like fire pinball, all of the types, and these are the hardest to get. Okay, because let's say you want the grass pinball, you click on it, you click on here the Viridian Gym. You will need to complete the Viridian Gym quest before you can do that. You can rate it just 3 times per day. That's really bad. Okay, anyways. And by the way, for breaking, you will need to let's say you want some Ivysaur here. You click on it, you click here, and you click raid, or you can raid 10 times just to get the Ivysaur puzzle stuff. And as soon as you have all the requirements and the level for sure, you click break. Uh, that was it. You can equip also some berries or some artifacts to your Pokemon to make them stronger. Um, yeah, and as soon now talking about the store, the mart, the first store will give you will you can buy Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls, incense, and some healing stuff. The VIP store is for VIP players, the one that purchases. And now the PvP store will give you the ability to purchase TMs for learning moves to your Pokemon. The guild store is the most important one because with that you'll be able to actually purchase contract shards. If you have all 4 contract shards, for example, let's say Suicune, contract shard number 1, if you have the 1, 2, 3, and 4, you will be able to summon Suicune and catch it. And how to get guild points? Well, you will need to progress in the Pokemon League. So you'll need to go and defeat players in the Pokemon League. Talking about the Pokemon League, let's go. It says that you can only rank up in the Pokemon League between 10 and 11 and 21 and 22 o'clock GMT plus 8. And how do you know that? Just take a look at the time up there in the top left corner. You will see that the current time in GMT plus 8. This is not your actual time, this is just the GMT plus 8 time. We're not eligible for now for battling in the Pokemon League anyways. Just battle and win your battles and you will be able to get guild points very easily. In the Safari Zone, that's just another way to catch Pokemon. Let's see here. I don't have any scanner right now. Scanners are like items you use to summon Pokemon. For example, if you take a look at the first section on the left, you have basic scanner. If you have basic scanner, if you use one, you will be able to get one of the current listed Pokemon. Standard scanner is just a little bit more advanced, and for the advanced scanner you can take a look and see which Pokemon you'll get. You'll get Lugia, the Legendary, you get Magmortar, you'll get Absol, Rhyhorn, Vaporeon, Banette, Flareon. You see all these Pokemon. Yeah, that's how you get Pokemon if you don't want to go into the grass and find them. Now, Here we have capsules where you can every day get a free capsule. If you click here, you get the capsule. This is just a lottery ticket, like yeah, you know. Uh, that's mainly everything. Now I'm gonna cover some stuff later on, but for the sake of the video not being too long, I'm gonna go a little bit faster. Now I got a lot of requests on how to get legendary Pokemon, right? So if you take a look at the world map and you advance a little bit on the in the routes, so route 1, 2, 3, Viridian City, route 4, for example, when you reach route 6, you will be able to catch entei. Entei is catchable on route 6, but you will need to use a lot of incense and a lot of pokeballs to catch it, but there is actually a technique to catch it. So catching it is the easiest part, because finding it is the hardest part. So now before we go any further, if you click on, let's say you want to go to route 6, okay? Yeah, let's transfer there. Now I've already caught my entei the way I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, it took me like 3 days to complete it. Anyways, if you click on the map up there and you click on regional Pokédex, you will see all the Pokemon that are catchable in the game right now. Not in the game, not in the map you're on, okay? And some of them have a specific time they appear it in. For example, Shiny Weedle in the top appears between 18 and 20, so between 6 and 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. Entei appears all the day. So, and how to catch Entei? Well, you will need to use a lot of incense, and using incense is not that easy. So incense here, I have 30 lax incense, calm incense, and wit incense. Now, the purple one is the strongest of them. The green one is the weakest of them. For example, let me use one in front of you. If you click on calm incense, for example, click OK, you can see that Pokemon will pop up. If you see Entei, for example, you click on the Pokemon and you catch him. Now, there's not a specific way or a specific algorithm for catching Entei, for actually finding Entei. So we just need to keep using incense as much as you can and try to collect incense. That's why Entei is actually really hard to catch, because let's say you just installed the game and you played 20 minutes. You reach route 6 in 20 minutes, and you will not be able to catch Entei, because you will need a lot of incense and a lot of Pokeballs, and you can't do that unless you complete a lot of quests and you level up in the game, as I did. You need to take your time in the game and do not rush on routes really fast, because you will reach a dead end, trust me. Let's say you found Entei and you catch it. How to catch it? You will need to have at least 60 Pokeballs, 40 or 50 Great Balls, and around 50 Ultra Balls. Unless you have a Fireball, which will be a lot easier to do. So you'll need to throw as many Pokeballs as you can, maybe all of them. Then you will need to throw your Great Balls and then your Ultra Balls. This is the specific algorithm, starting from the strongest, from the weakest to the strongest balls. If you keep throwing like 200 Ultra Balls, you will not be able to catch it. You need to throw the Pokeballs, Great Balls, then Ultra Balls. If you have the Fireball, you'll throw it last after the Ultra Balls. That will definitely catch him. Okay, and that's that. But in order to, before throwing the Pokeballs, you will need to reduce its health to 1 HP. How you do that is pretty easy. If you have any Pokemon that learned the move called False Swipe, you will use it. You'll keep using it until he's down to 1 HP, because this move will allow your will allow your Pokemon to reduce the opponent's health to 1. Then you will use Stun Spore to paralyze your opponent. You'll use Hypnosis to make it sleep, and with that done, you'll start throwing your Pokeballs. And before starting throwing in, I prefer you use a tank Pokemon like Snorlax, Venusaur, or really like Rhyhorn, Aggron, Pokemon that have a lot of health, HP. Because if he strikes to you, he won't kill you directly, okay? Anyways, just that's the method. Now there's a lot of legendaries Pokemon. The first one you'll be able to catch is Entei, next is Suicune, and then you will have to catch Registeel, Zapdos, Raikou, and Regirock. You will be able to catch all of them. Now, if you take a look at my Pokemon, I do have Suicune, I do have Entei. These are from the legendaries Pokemon. I do have Shiny Sceptile too. Yeah. Shiny Golem. A lot of Pokemon here. Yeah. Now, second way to catch any legendary is by doing the guild stuff I told you about. So let's say you want Suicune, you'll get Suicune shard number 1 because it's available here, the first one on the left. Then you will keep purchasing the shards. So do not purchase Suicune shard number 1 because it's useless. Purchase number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Currently there's only the Suicune shard number 1, but you should have the 4 shards in order to synthesize your Pokemon. And how you do that's pretty easy. Just go to let me show you. Just go to Pokemon Center. Just go to challenge and go to the Safari Zone. Okay. Now once you're in the Safari Zone, you will need to click on contract, and if you have the 4 shards for Suicune for example, it will appear here. Okay, so let's say this is Latias. I do have the contract shard number 3, but I do not have the rest of them. When I do have the rest of them, I click on compound. You will pay 10,000 coins and you'll be able to catch Latias. And same for any legendary listed in there. That was it. Okay, that was mainly the main concept of the game. Okay. And it's really cool because if you have some friends in the game, you add them, you'll be able to challenge them. If you click on PK, for example, here, you'll be able to send them energy, claim the energy from them, it's a pretty cool, pretty cool stuff here. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to download the game, start playing it, and notify me in the comments below if you have joined us. Join the Mischievous server. Don't forget the Mischievous server, so we'll be able to interact together, share our stuff, battle together, and go into the same guild or same clan together. So hope you enjoyed, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.